cruiser. It kind of will equalize the board with certain battleships. You know what I'm saying? And with that extra 15% AP damage. Bonus each hit. Oh, wait a minute. Let me reread that. Bonus each hit applies to subsequent AP damage. That's 0.5%. So bonus each hit applies to subsequent AP damage. So you get additional buff of a 0.5% to each subsequent hit of AP damage. That's really good. Even as a inspiration, it's pretty good. Of course, you got Burn It Down, Piercer, AP Shell and Bomb Penetration Multiplier could be plus 4%. That goes a lot. That goes well with the base trade. That's actually really good. That's okay. That's interesting. Punch Through, of course, gives you even more AP damage, so you can get up to 25% plus 0.5% of each subsequent hit as well with the base trade. Penetration Multiplier is another plus 2, so you can get up to 6 plus 6, so plus 12%. So, oh man, this is a battleship killing commander right here, this guy is. Maximum cruiser speed, yep, that's good. Plus you have crisscross, destroyer of cruiser, battleship, gun traverse. This punch through, though, with this piercer just makes this guy even more disgusting. To where your AP shells are going to matter against battleships, other cruisers, heavier cruisers, and everything else. This guy would actually be good on heavy cruiser line. He would be excellent. Then you can put on Valacious for maximum speed. I don't know if you would need that. Sponge, I don't know many people that use the sponge, but I could see it being helpful, especially once you're going to become, mono a mono with a lot of battleships. I swear that's going to happen in this. Or you can use intuitive and sonar duration, radar duration, and direction of closest enemy ship. I would probably use the intuitive, to be honest with you, in this build with him. And then you got to hit them hard here. Cruiser gun traverse speed, cruiser damage while observation seaplane is active. Observation seaplane charges. Um, Cruiser gun traverse speed is important. Of course, a cruiser chamber, you can get more sonar stuff, which is really good. Keep the destroyers lit up. And then there's fixated, which is even the better one here. Wait a minute. Cruiser damage while observation seaplane is active. Observation seaplane charges. Thank you, buddy. I don't think. Do Russian cruisers have planes? I don't think they do, dude. I mean, do they? Hold on a second. Let me look here because I might be mistaken. They may have it. We'll even go here. Let's see what we got. They do have. Well, you can have these catapult fighters, but those are not the same. Neither are these. What they're saying. Is this a new ability they're going to be adding? I don't know. This guy might have something. Hold on a minute, let me look. No, same thing. So that's two commanders that are very odd in this pirate selections. Are they going to be changing some of the ships around? or adding ships with observation planes for this ability? I mean, that's very interesting. I don't even think these guys have it. Petro, pretty sure the Petro don't have it. No, I don't. I don't see Morgan making that kind of a goof. But maybe they did make that kind of goof. There is no observation plane at all for the Russian cruiser line. So how does this apply to this guy? Cruiser damage while observation seaplane is active. Observation seaplane charges. I'm gonna have to do some research on that because I just looked through the cruisers as you guys saw and I didn't see any observation planes. But I'd probably use fixated anyway. And probably use either unstoppable or refill station. Probably refill station just to get that extra bonus. So yeah, this guy is definitely great with the heavy cruiser line. And it's going to be good. You get him up to 16.4 and you're going to have a really good um, Foundation commander for against battleships. That's for sure. This guy's is he a must-have? I mean, that depends on how you play. I don't know any of these that are must-haves, honestly. They're definitely interesting. They got some abilities to them that kind of can help you add more into it, which is great and what you want anyway. You know. So let's go look at the other one. I'm not sure exactly if I'm buying them all or if I'm going to just buy certain ones yet. I might buy all of them, and I might just do it by getting the $100 war chest. That's probably the better buy for all of us, for everyone. Honestly, if you want to get all 5 of these, at least that would be the start. To get all of them, through that way, it'd probably cost you about $110. You know what I mean? So let's go on to Michelle. I already covered Loka in the first video and Fierce. Um, as I'm more of a destroyer player, so I'm way more interested in them. But this guy is very interesting. This Latour guy, the Michel Latour. I'm not even sure I'm saying that right. Probably not. Let's see his stuff. So his best trait is AAARRRGGHHH. I'm not sure. I don't know. Le Bordeaux, maybe? Who knows? Pretty good French name, though. Pretty good French word there. Anyway, this is a confrontation skill, and it says ship's secondary battery shell damage. So this guy, I believe, is more of a cruiser dude. Or maybe he's battleship. Let's take a closer look here. So, not the one of nuisance. No, this is a battleship guy. Okay. So, um, I don't like Brawler unless I'm on specific builds. But Brawler goes good with the secondary action. You know what I mean? He helps. It helps, especially if you got a secondary build going on, and you can with this one with Porcupine, Properly Meticulous, and you have um, the Master Mechanic to go with it. So you can go running with scissors with Brawler. I mean, there is a Brawler build here with this guy if you want to get close enough to really wreck people. You know, get that main battery down. Drill bits, gyrating drill bits. It really sucks they have the both on here with the Porcupine and the gyrating drill bits. Battleship gun traverse speed, battleship's main gun AP shell damage, maximum battleship speed. Um, that can traverse, that gun traverse speed is important. Has a shell damage, but you don't necessarily need to have this. because you can actually go with oh, who just messaged me? Oh, because you can actually go with what time tomorrow? Sorry, I have to answer this. Getting rid of a kitty here, so okay. Sorry about that. That was kind of an important message here. Found a kitten, trying to either get it back to its original owner or find somebody that'll take it. And I think the original owner just texted me and said that looks like my okay. Yeah. So as we were saying, apologize about that. You could definitely do a brawl build. Not going to last very long, of course, probably, but with Master Mechanic on here, especially separated from the probably the Meticulous and the Porcupine, it's pretty good. Now, here is an interesting thing. That controver speed, if you do this for dry range openings, it's going to matter. You're going to have some kind of gun traverse speed on it to rotate along with the ship as you're moving. You don't have that delay. You can stay with the ship and shoot it as it goes by you. You're going to have to find a way to really upgrade the reload speed of your guns. Madden is a great one. I don't know, is Mimbly or whatever his name is he? I believe he is he's a cruiser commander. What does this say though? Is it specific? Oh no, see that's specific. Okay, yeah, that's specific to cruisers, so that's different. She just messaged me back. All right. My goodness, I just keep getting interrupted every time I do anything. It's okay though. um, so Mimbly wouldn't work in that, unfortunately. Uh, okay, so yeah, that sucks. Uh, Mimbly would be good, but I mean, you still have Madden that you can use, which is exactly what you would need anyway and want. Anyway, this guy, I would use him just straight up as a regular build like I would a Scharnhorst or the Bismarck or whatever. I wouldn't even go into it and do anything like that where, it's like a brawler build. I'm not really fond of those builds. So what I would do is probably do the not the one of nuisance maybe. Although this no-fly zone is actually really interesting considering how quick they become targets. Battleships become targets by all the aircraft carrier games that we're playing now. I mean, it's very rare for me to even be in a game without an aircraft carrier. And I would probably go with Porcupine. I'll probably go with that one and then Porcupine and then probably the Meticulous. The Megalomania guy is really good. I mean, you do get that extra battery low reload boost. And you can do it here too with this guy, get 10 and then so on and so forth. But oh, Jesus Christ. What in the fuck is going on with my phone? Perfect. Okay. Shit. All right. I apologize. I was not looking for interruption tonight. I was hoping that all this stuff would have taken care of itself. But apparently that can never be the case. So here we are. Um, the shell damage is important on this, but you can take care of that with an additional inspiration guy. If you wanted to go with the porcupine, increase the range of the shell grouping and the battery dispersion, which is important. You know what I mean? I just want to stress this. I don't know if everybody knows, but if you don't know, this is good, helpful information for you. And this is what it is: the secondary battery shell grouping and the battery dispersion. That's good on anything. Okay, any ship. The shell grouping and the dispersion. Because what that does is it groups your shells together and it flattens them out to where it's a line and we get more hits, thus more damage. Okay? So with this popular porcupine, you know, the gun range is important, but the shell grouping and the dispersion of what's going to matter, especially with a quick reload. on a gun, on a ship. I would go with Porcupine 2 way over Megalomania, just because the ability firing main gun batteries after it just doesn't. It's not even important, and that hit from the HP thing. I mean, you would have to once again have a third inspiration to cover some of the weaknesses of this guy. You know what I mean? Because what he's doing. But his other skills are important. Don't get me wrong. It's really good. Okay. Um, So I would rather take, the not the one for nuisance or the no fly zone, the porcupine, probably the meticulous. Um, yeah, I wouldn't use this all be back fire duration when damage control parties cool down. I mean that stuff's important, per se as a battleship, but sure, of course. But I think you get more out of the master mechanic with how much you're recovering, with the health benefits and charges, and you get an additional repair party charge on top of that. And I would go, of course, go with wheel to rebuild. Five fire with fire is good. Two, don't get me wrong, it will definitely eliminate um, most of like the cruisers and the destroyer issues against you. This battleship. Um, there's some people that are really pro this guy, partly partly because he's for a battleship, but I think mainly he's more important just because he gives the French line a really good secondary commander, like, Hipper and whatnot. And you can actually mail build that up even in better if you put Hipper on here and, Char, Bismarck. I think he's Bismarck, yeah, as well. So now we're going to go on to the last one and the least talked about, I feel, and that's the Eridine M. Davis. I believe she's a UK. Yep, she's British commander. And she got the little cute ferret looking guy as her base trait. And this is a Labyrinthian Prowess, 5 ability and confrontation skill, which is kind of important. Torpedo launcher reload speed, cooldown time for all consumables. So right away, you can tell she's a destroyer commander. But she doesn't have anything outside of a normal destroyer commander. She still has contact of imminent, is imminent. Subsurface venture, of course, everybody takes that. Why wouldn't you? You know, you get the fragile threat with the look at me now, and the sinister strike ability, which is new kind of. It's a unity confrontation skill, which is a torpedo damage when launching one by one. Smoke screen dispersion time. You know, um, that's pretty good because there's a lot of the UK ships that can be one by one torpedo shot. So that's interesting. But the survivability skill of detectability is more important for the destroyer. I mean, it's only obvious. So why would you take that over Look at Me Now? I would take Subsurface Venture and Look at Me Now as the first two um, skill traits. And then you have the normal back in stock with the Torpedo Safari, um, with the Perception. This bothers me when they line these all up, these three up, because the launcher reload speed is really good, as is the range, as is the perception. Perception is the better one of all of them, of course. I mean, I, I don't know that, everyone knows how important knowing the direction of the closest enemy ship is to a destroyer. It's amazing. You can line your entire game around it, and you should be, you know. um, Torpedo Safari, the range you can make up for as in the back in stock too when you take perception, and everybody else is going to take perception anyway. And then we got the Smoke on the Water and the Destroy or Be Destroyed, which are the lackluster abilities of any destroyer. When you lose the shell grouping, especially in close quarter combat, you almost declaring yourself a loser against cruisers and destroyers. Okay? So that matters, and it sucks. Destroyer speed, yeah, that's cool, man. Maximize it, but, whatever. Smoke screen dispersion time and deployment time, that can become more important. That's usually the one I pick is Smoke on the Water. I don't really care for Destroy or Be Destroyed. The one that this one is missing, I really would like to have on her, and I think is why nobody really talks about. She doesn't have twist and track to complement her other skill sets. So she doesn't. She's a lot weaker of a commander, and she has the basic other ones that other commanders have as her skills. So let's go to Tech Tree Line and take a look. Here we go with this guy. Look, he has the same abilities. See what I'm saying? Same shit. The only thing new is the other one. That's it. When did I do that? Oh, that's because I'm testing the torpedo speed on certain boats. That's right. When you're in a destroyer and you have a large range, you want faster torps for accuracy purposes. The slower the torp, the longer the range of the torpedo can go, the less accurate it becomes, the slower the torpedo speed is. So you guys know. So I was messing around. Just trying new stuff out. But as you can see, man, I mean, all of these guys have the same type of abilities. See, contact is imminent. This guy gives you quick fix and flank speed, glass cannon, but he has back in stock and perception, and then he gives you sidestep, which is irrelevant as shit. No, I don't know anybody who uses Vion though either, just because he's another one of those weaker type commanders. I don't know, man. It's just weird that they would put him on there. They made her extremely weak, in my opinion. And I don't know if they did it on purpose or not, or if they just wanted to screw over the commanders. So I probably won't get Davis. I think I'm going to get Dave, LaFierce, Loca, Lip, and probably Tier. I don't see a use for Davis, unfortunately. But I'm going to be checking it out still, so don't be surprised, you know what I mean, or whatever, because I'll be coming back with a test video. I just wanted to run over these in a little bit more detail as I'm making up my mind of how I'm going to play them and test them. The Marissa LaLoca is probably the best one out of all of them, in my opinion, but that's my bias because I'm a destroyer player, but I can mix match her also with a cruiser, obviously. I just think that she just has some really good freaking cell sets, man, for the destroyers, especially the Pan Asian. I mean, this trade right here is just disgustingly good on the destroyer. You definitely want your torpedo detectability to be less, you know what I mean? So, all right, guys, that's all I got, man, for you today, dude. I appreciate everybody who has stopped by, checked out my channel, man. Hey, hit that follow button. Check out my other content. I will be making a video of this over my YouTube channel, which is Obe Corbian, OBECORBIAN 956. Go check out my